Welcome to today's broadcast of Carroll High School Athletics. This is CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Now, here are your Carroll Chargers.
Hello and welcome to Carroll Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. I'm Christian Miller along with
Chris Shitty.
And we'll be calling today's game against the New Haven Bulldogs and the Carroll Chargers. And we're coming to you from New Haven, so Carroll's got a away game.
Starting for your Chargers, we have Chris Terry, Austin Thomas, Kelly Gutierrez, Dan Cavins, and Alex Hammond. And for the New Haven Bulldogs, Jalen Watley, Austin Newman, Travis Crow, Brandon Bollinger, and AJ Smith. The Chargers win the tip-off, and Chris Terry will pass it to Austin Thomas, who brings it up for the Chargers. He's being guarded by Travis Crow as he passes to Kelly Gutierrez, who brings it up to the top. Passes to Dan Cavins, who gives it to Austin Thomas. Austin Thomas looks in the post, doesn't have anything. Back out to Hammond, who drives, kicks to Chris Terry. Has it, doesn't want it. Kelly Gutierrez drives, back out to Terry. Post feed stolen by Brandon Bollinger, who gives to Travis Crow, who brings it up to the Bulldogs. Christian, how do you think Carroll will win this game?
Carroll win this game, obviously, by playing good defense. I think New Haven offense is definitely one of the best offenses that Carroll is going to see. And I think Carroll needs to stay away from the zone defense and switch up to man-to-man.
That's a very good idea. As Alex Hammond brings it up for the Chargers and draws a foul on number 30, Austin Newman. Hammond will be at the line shooting 2 free throws. Looks like New Haven might have a bit of an athletic advantage. We'll see if they try to push the ball up the court and get some easy buckets. Hammond sets for the first. It's up. A little bit long. Score still remains 0-0, about a minute into this game. Hammond gets set to shoot the second free throw. And it's up. And makes it. Chargers take a 1-0 lead as Travis Crow passes to Jalen Watley, who quickly gets it up to Austin Newman, who drives baseline and is called for a charge. That is his second foul, and we're only a minute into the game. He'll probably have to sit for the rest of the half. Not something you want to see early on in this game.
Definitely not. Those really take a toll.
New Haven showing a bit of a press as Carroll breaks it easily, and Austin Thomas drives to the hoop for an easy layup. Gives the Chargers a 3-0 lead. Jalen Watley sets up the offense for the New Haven Bulldogs and gives it to Brandon Bollinger, who travels. It was another turnover for the Bulldogs, and Carroll will retain possession. Alex Hammond brings it up for the Chargers. New Haven looks to be in a man-to-man. We'll see how Carroll can get past that. Chris Terry goes for a screen on Dan Cavins, but Dan Cavins falls down. Alex Hammond goes for the mid-range pull-up and misses. Rebound by Bollinger, who kicks it up to Austin Newman, who pushes for the Bulldogs. Passes up to Jalen Watley near half court, and he'll set up the offense. Being guarded by Hammond, looks to drive, kicks it out to Travis Crow, who passes to Austin Newman. Newman doesn't have anything as the ball is stolen by Austin Thomas for an easy fast break layup. It is quickly 2 points for Austin Thomas early in this game, both on easy layups with no one around him. Jalen Watley brings back for the ball that was looking to finally get on the scoreboard as the post feed is deflected by Dan Cavins. What do you think of the Chargers' defense so far?
It's looking better than I thought it would. I mean, New Haven hasn't scored any points, so I guess they got to keep it up.
Brandon Bollinger has it at the top of the key, who kicks to Travis Crow in the corner, who brings it back out to Jalen Watley at the top of the key. He's looking to drive on Chris Terry. passes in, and there is a foul. Appears to be on Alex Hammond. He was reaching over the back of Brandon Bollinger. That is Hammond's first, team's first. New Haven will inbound on the sideline. Newman passes it in to Travis Crow out near half court, being guarded by Alex Hammond. He drives, feeds it into the post. Watley, no good. Long air ball, chased down by New Haven. And the ball is stolen by Alex Hammond. Tries to go in and misses. That was a very wild shot. And Brandon Bollinger counters for the New Haven Bulldogs with a fast break and one. He'll be going to the line for the three-point play. What do you think of that shot selection by Hammond?
Well, first of all, I think New Haven, they went to go shoot that three. That was stupid shot selection because, I mean, he wasn't wide open or anything. And then he airballed it. And then Alex Hammond, I don't even know what that was. Was he going for like a reverse loopy-loop
He was going for the
backflip?
Kobe move.
That was definitely not the smartest move by Alex Hammond.
Bollinger misses the free throw, and the ball is pushed up, and there's a battle on the floor, and Alex Hammond recovers and calls timeout for the Chargers. The first timeout halfway through the first quarter. The Chargers lead 5-2 over the New Haven Bulldogs. Keegan Nichols looks like he's set to check in for the Chargers. I'm kind of surprised to see Austin Newman still in the game with 2 fouls, because he could easily pick up a third, and that could affect the rest of the game.
He must be like a star player or something because, oh, actually, no, probably not a star player. Sorry about that.
The truth has to be told. Carroll's obviously looking comfortable on the defensive end, looking to force turnovers and get easy lays, which is what they have done. But in the half-court offense, they really haven't been able to get anything going so far. Austin Thomas will take it out under the hoop for the Chargers. He inbounds it to Keegan Nichols, who drives, kicks to Alex Hammond, who will reset the offense for the Chargers. Hammond with the ball at the top of the key. Kicks it to Keegan Nichols on the wing. He gets a screen from Dan Cowens, pulls up for three, and misses. Rebound by Brandon Bollinger, who kicks it to Jalen Watley, who will bring it up, and kicks to Travis Crow on the wing. Back to Watley at the top of the key. He sets up the offense. A.J. Smith with it in the high post. Hands off to Newman, who gives to Bollinger, who tries to pass it. A nice save by A.J. Smith. And a long shot by Bollinger misses. Austin Thomas handles for the Chargers. New Haven looks like they're struggling on offense so far.
Yeah, they really can't get anything to fall for him.
Alex Hammond goes for the floater, can't get it. Keegan Nichols on the follow. Kicks it back out to Kelly Gutierrez, who goes to Alex Hammond. This guy's looking at me weird. Hammond has his pocket picked by Jalen Wiley, who gives it to Austin Newman, who finishes the fast break. You don't like to get your pocket picked like that and end up falling on the ground. That's kind of embarrassing.
Definitely.
Carroll skips it to Keegan Nichols, who's wide open under the hoop, who shot fakes and converts for the Chargers. They take a 7-4 lead on the Keegan Nichols layup. Bollinger will attack for the Bulldogs, who kicks it back out to Watley out by half court. Looking to set it up. Looks like he might be trying to go for some isolation. Nope. Passes off to Travis Crow, who kicks to Newman, and he makes the shot. Kind of going against what you said about Newman being a star player. He's got 2 straight buckets for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
that was a pretty long 2 that he shot there.
Yeah. Might as well just take the extra step and make it a 3.
Yeah.
And New Haven with the full court press forces a 10-second call. New Haven will get the ball as a whole new squad comes in for them. Jakari Robert, he's a very large man. Isaiah Lee. Calvin Golden, Vance Shearer, and Logan Smith check in for the Bulldogs. Logan Hilly checks in for the Chargers as Chris Terry takes a seat. Golden passes it into Wilbert, who catches, and there is a jump ball under the hoop. possession will stay with the Bulldogs. What do you think about Wilbur? Do you think he'll be able to stay up with this fast-paced game?
Let's hope he can.
That's a lot of body. Oh, good.
Wow, he is definitely controlling the paint there.
He just moved Keller out of the way. Did a one-handed catch and a nice hook shot. He's a gentle big man. He is 6'3", 270 pounds. He is a sophomore. Hammond passes into Nichols, who passes right back out to Hammond. 20 seconds left on the clock. Hammond looks to get something going. 14 seconds, and there is a foul on Vance Shear.
Looks like New Haven went with the black shoe squad.
Got to match the school colors. I don't understand why schools wear black shoes when their colors are like purple and yellow.
Yeah, that's...
Personally, I think purple and yellow are cool.
We need to call up the fashion police.
Hammond with 7 to go. Looking for the back door. Can't get anything. Austin Thomas drives, kicks to Kelly Gutierrez, who puts up the 3 and misses. Rebound by Isaiah Lee as the quarter ends with the Chargers trailing 8-7. This has been CSBN. We will be right back with the second quarter.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
And we're back with the second quarter between the junior varsity Carroll Chargers and the junior varsity New Haven Bulldogs. Logan Neely looks to inbound, and he does so to Austin Thomas, who will set up the offense for the Chargers. Blake Jackson has checked in for the Chargers, along with Blake Converse. And Jackson kicks to Keller on the wing. Looks to be taking Wilbur, who's playing good defense. Surprising. Kicks to Hilly in the corner, who almost gets his pass stolen, and Keller sets up the offense, looking to run a bit of point forward here. Feeds it to Blake Converse, who skips it to Keller Gutierrez, who drives. That's a tough shot. Blake Converse on the rebound, and there's a travel called. Not a good start to the quarter for the Chargers.
Yeah, down 1, travel.
Sloppy.
Yeah, pick it up.
Vance Scherer brings the ball up for the Bulldogs as they stay with the same squad as they did at the end of the first quarter. Connor Stephen drives for the Bulldogs. Kicks it to Isaiah Lee, who's looking to get the ball into Wilbur. He does so, kicks it, and the ball somehow ends up in Calvin Golden's hands. And there's a foul. Nope. Not sure what they called there. Maybe a travel. Who knows? Kelly Gutierrez will bring the ball up for the Chargers. Kicks to Chris Terry, who gives it to Blake Jackson. Breaks the press for Logan Hilly, who pulls up for 3 and drains it.
Logan Hilly, one of the smallest players on the court, maybe on both the JV teams. It says he's 5'8" here.
That is so generous. Even he admits that is generous. As New Haven looking to do another squad change. Looks like it's hockey out here, like pulling guys in out of everywhere. Austin Newman checks in for the Bulldogs, along with AJ Smith, Brandon Bollinger, Travis Crow, and Jalen Watley. Blake Converse brings the ball up for the Chargers, who swings it back to Chris Terry. To Blake Jackson, and the ball is almost stolen by Brandon Bollinger. But the ball goes out of bounds, and the Chargers will hang on to the ball. Looks like the Chargers have been having some trouble with the press. I mean, they've only gotten 1 basket off of it, and they've had quite a few turnovers.
They've been having some troubles with it in the past games also.
Yeah.
So maybe coach needs to work on that one.
That'd be smart. Logan Hilly with the ball at the top of the key for the Chargers. The pass to Keller Gutierrez on the wing. He's looking to drive. Foul called on number 44, AJ Smith. That is his first. There are 2 Smiths on the team. We The Chargers will bring the ball from the sideline. Chris Terry inbounds to Kelly Gutierrez, who again is running point guard. Interesting call by Coach Abbott as he tries to feed it to Blake Jackson, and it is tipped away. Back to Kelly though. He kicks to Chris Terry on the wing, who's looking to drive, and gives it to Blake Jackson, who swings it to Logan Hilly. Back up to Kelly Gutierrez at the top. He'll pull it back out. Hilly drives middle. Can't get anything going. Chris Terry all the way to the hoop. Nope. Kicks to Blake Converse, who takes the 18-footer, and it rims out. Jalen Watley brings the ball up for the New Haven Bulldogs, and he'll kick to Austin Newman and get it back at the top of the key. New Haven looks to be pretty patient on offense as Travis Crow gets the ball on the wing and gives it to Brandon Bollinger. Kicks it to A.J. Smith, who drives and takes a wild shot. I don't even think that came close to hitting the rim.
No, that was a crazy air ball.
Again, going for the Kobe shot. Everybody's trying to get on Sports Center tonight. There was a foul called on the play on Austin Newman. That is his third foul. Like we were saying earlier, you don't want to risk him getting a third foul, and now Coach is probably feeling a little stupid there.
I mean, it's only the second one. He's 3 fouls. So he needs to calm down.
The press is broken easily by the Chargers, and Logan Hilly passes to Blake Converse for the layup. The Chargers lead the Bulldogs 12-8, 3 minutes into the second quarter. I don't think they haven't scored this quarter.
I don't think they have either. It's looking really sloppy.
This game's bipolar. Chris Terry passes to Luke Brunner, who can't handle the basketball. Would have had a very easy layup if he would have caught it. Probably just got too anxious. Maybe his mind's not in the place. Probably thinking about playing Temple Run.
Gotta get that high score.
Timeout called by New Haven with 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Updating you on the foul situation. The Chargers only have 2 fouls, but the New Haven Bulldogs have 5, 3 of which have come from Austin Newman, one of their starting guards. Looks like the band's starting to file in. New Haven's got a pretty good crowd so far for the JV game. I'm assuming it'll get bigger for the varsity game, considering that their varsity is pretty good. Both teams break the huddle, and Justin Bennett, who has just checked in for the Bulldogs, will inbound to Jaron Watley, who will set up the Bulldog offense. He brings it up to the top of the key, passes into Bollinger, who gives it right back to Watley, and he scores. That was a good play.
Yeah, it was a wild-looking shot, though.
Everything's wild-looking so far. Chris Terry with the ball at the top of the key for the Chargers. Kicks it into Luke Brunner, who loses the ball, and Brandon Bollinger cannot hang on to the ball as it goes into the stands.
Looks like he was looking for a save there, but
couldn't handle it.
Needs some longer arms.
Chris Terry inbounds on the baseline for the Chargers. Kicks it out to the top of the key to Austin Thomas, who kicks to Logan Hilly and gives to Chris Terry, who will bring it back out to the top. Hilly with the ball at the top of the key, back to Chris Terry on the wing. Gets a screen from Luke Brunner. Skips it to Logan Hilly, who shot fakes, drives, and is getting trapped. Gets away from it. Austin Thomas drives. Kicks it to Hilly. Back to Austin Thomas at the top of the key, who kicks to Chris Terry. Chris Terry puts up a 3 and misses. Blake Converse on the rebound, misses. 2 straight brick/air balls for the Chargers, as Brandon Bollinger has the ball in the corner, gives it back out to Justin Bennett. Back to Bennett from Watley, who gives it back to Watley. He's playing catch out here. Bennett has the ball on the wing, and he will give it back to Connor Stephen at the top of the key, who's being pressured by Chris Terry. Back out to Jalen Watley, who pulls up and cannot get it. Rebound for Austin Thomas. He'll bring the ball up the court and kick to Chris Terry, who will bring the ball up top. Gives it to Luke Brunner, and he is fouled. That would have been a funny looking shot if they didn't call the foul. Looks like he was thrown to the cheerleaders.
Yo, catch it!
Luke Brenner will be at the line shooting 2 free throws. The foul was on Brandon Bollinger, his first, team 6th. Brenner sets, it's up. Very good. Chargers look to be struggling from the free throw line early on. Gotta get those easy points. Brunner has the ball, and he's looking to capitalize on the second free throw. It's up, and it is good. Keegan Nichols subs in for Luke Brunner after getting that quick basket. Watley brings the ball up for the New Haven Bulldogs with just over a minute to go. Chargers lead 13-10. Wilbur has the ball on the post, and he just out-muscles Keegan Nichols, but misses. Kelly Gutierrez on the rebound. He'll bring it up to the middle and pull it back out for the Chargers. 50 seconds remaining as Gutierrez kicks to Chris Terry on the wing, who gets a screen from Keegan Nichols. And Chris Terry will drive, and he is fouled. Let's see who they called on. 22, Austin Bennett. No, excuse me, Connor Steven. Don't know where I got that from. Logan Smith checks in for the Bulldogs, along with Vance Shear, as Justin Bennett and Brandon Bollinger take a seat on the bench. Excuse me, if I say my own name. Chris Terry shoots 1 in the bonus as he sinks the first. Where are they going? New Haven was ready to get back on offense. Chris Terry gets set to shoot his second free throw. It's up and good. Watley brings the ball up for the New Haven Bulldogs, and they're being trapped, and the ball is stolen by Chris Terry, who's pushing it up for the Chargers. He'll slow it down. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. Austin Thomas passes to Kelly Gutierrez at the top of the key. 25 seconds remaining. Kelly's showing off some nice handles. Chris Terry with the ball at the top of the key. Passes to Thomas on the wing, up to Blake Conversay. Up to Chris Terry with 10 seconds remaining. Screened by Dan Callens. Feeds it to Conversay in the post, who gets fouled and cannot convert, but he will be shooting free throws with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. The foul appears to be on number 52, Logan Smith. But Conversay makes the first free throw. Blake Jackson checks in for the Chargers as Dan Cavins takes a seat. Blake Conversay will be shooting the second free throw. It's up and good. Nothing but net. Jalen Watley heaves a half quarter. Oh, misses it. That would have been pretty crazy. And at halftime, we're through 2 quarters of tonight's ball game, with the Carroll Chargers leading the New Haven Bulldogs by a score of 17-10. We'll be back in a few moments. You're listening to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
And we're back here at CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports, at the JV game between the Carroll Chargers and the New Haven Bulldogs. The Chargers hold on to a 17-10 lead. Christian, what were your thoughts on the first half?
Carroll's offense, they're looking all right. I mean, they could score a few more points here and there, but with like silly mistakes, just silly turnovers, silly passes, you know. And New Haven's offense really needs to pick it up. They're looking sloppy out there.
I agree. The teams are in the halftime huddle, and they're taking the court. Blake Conversay, Dan Cavins, Chris Terry, Austin Thomas, and Kelly Gutierrez take the floor for the Chargers as A.J. Smith, Jalen Watley, Logan Smith, Travis Crow and Brandon Bollinger take the floor for the Bulldogs as Jalen Watley brings the ball up at half court, and he'll kick to Crow, who doesn't have anything, and he'll give it back to Watley on the opposite side of the floor. He's looking to get it into Brandon Bollinger, but kicks to Logan Smith, who will swing it back out to Watley, and then give it back to Crow. Chargers playing some tight defense as Kelly Gutierrez gets the steal and drives to the basket and loses the ball as he tried to go behind his back. And there's a jump ball called. The ball will stay with the Chargers. That was an interesting attempt at it behind the back. He had like 3 guys on him. Austin Thomas inbounds to Dan Cadens on the baseline. Thomas will get it back in the corner, puts up a 3 and can't get it. Ooh. Brandon Bollinger throws the ball off of Austin Thomas, and the Bulldogs will get the ball. Jalen Watley brings up the ball for the Bulldogs as there are 5 minutes left in the quarter. Still nobody is yet to score. Watley kicks to Logan Smith. He has really long arms. He'll give it back to Watley at the top of the key, and he'll throw it into A.J. Smith. He will drive and kick to Logan Smith, the lefty, for 3. Got it. Good shot by Logan Smith. As Chargers bring it up, and the ball is deflected by Brandon Bollinger out of bounds. Jakari Wilbert set to check in for the Bulldogs. He does, and A.J. Smith will take a seat on the bench. Chris Terry looking to inbound for the Chargers. Inbounds to Austin Thomas, who will bring it up against Travis Crow. Drives right, kicks to Kelly Gutierrez on the wing. Looks to feed it, but can't give anything, and Austin Thomas will get it in the corner. Back to Kelly at the top, who swings it to Chris Terry, who drives baseline. Tries to make a tough pass, stolen by Crow, and he'll read the break. Throws up a wild shot and cannot get it as Dan Cadens corrals the rebound, and Travis Crow makes a silly foul. He just throws up a crazy shot, and then he goes, makes a stupid foul. Obviously not very smart. Vance Shearer will check in for Travis Crow. Doesn't look like coach is very happy with his performance. Dan Cadens will pass to Blake Conversay, who drives and converts on the layup. It was a very tough shot. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter as Vance Shearer will have it on the wing and kick it back up to Jalen Watley at the top of the key. He drives, dumps, and cannot get it. Dan Cadens will corral the ball and hands off to Chris Terry, who brings it up against pressure. Chris Terry has it on the wing, gets a screen from Dan Cadens, drives, kicks to Austin Thomas. Kelly Gutierrez loses the ball. Looks to be tipped by the Bulldogs. He will cross half court and give it to Blake Conversay at the top of the key. Conversay passes to Austin Thomas, who will set up the Charger offense. Chargers look to be taking their time on offense so far this half. Dan Cadens feeds it to Blake Conversay, who kicks to Kelly Gutierrez, who cannot make the 3. Rebound corralled by Logan Smith as Jalen Watley will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Throws it into Jakari Wilbert, the big fella. Bollinger will drive and kick to Jalen Watley, who is fouled. It appears to be by Kelly Gutierrez. It was his first, the team's first. The Bulldogs will inbound for the, excuse me, I don't even know what I'm saying. Jalen Watley will bring the ball up for the Bulldogs against Chris Terry. He gets a screen from Wilbert, and he drives and just loses the ball. Possession will stay with the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will have the ball under the hoop. It will be inbounded by the big fellow Wilbert. Inbounds it to Vance Shear, who almost loses it, but recovers and passes to Watley at the top of the key. Watley drives, pulls up for a shot, and gets it. That was a pretty nice pull-up by Mr. Watley.
Yeah, looking pretty athletic out there.
It's the shoes. The shoes look to be extra shiny.
Maybe he got like a little Mr. Clean to him during that time.
Gotta be looking fresh. Kerry Gutierrez passes to Blake Converse at the top of the key, who takes a three and misses. Long rebound is recovered by Chris Terry, passes it into Dan Cavins, who misses. Loose ball, and Keller Gutierrez lays it up after the mishandle by the Bulldogs. Watley will bring it back up for the Bulldogs. He seems to be their team's leader as he drives and kicks to Vance Shear, who will take a three and make it, cutting the Charger lead in half. Chargers lead 21-18 with a minute 30 left in the third quarter. Austin Thomas will drive and give it back to Blake Converse, who will give it to Kerry Gutierrez, and he will set up the offense. Showing some more nice dribbling moves as he passes to Chris Terry, who takes a floater in the lane, can't get it, and Dan Cavins is fouled on the putback. Chris Terry has not been able to get anything to fall in this game.
No, he really needs to seem to work harder in practice, because in the past few games he hasn't really been having anything fall for him either. So I don't know what's going on with him.
Dan Cavins cannot get the first free throw to fall as it rims out. Logan Hill and Keegan Nichols check in for the Chargers. Kelly Gutierrez and Chris Terry will take a seat. Dan Cavins getting ready to shoot his second free throw. He sets, it's up, and is no good. Lane violation as Cavins just kind of threw the ball at the hoop and then tried to run after it. It's like a Shaq move. Jalen Watley will bring the ball up for the New Haven Bulldogs. No surprise there. He's being pressured by Austin Thomas, who's played a pretty good defensive game. He's coming away with a few steals. Bollinger has the ball in the post and is blocked by Dan Cavins, who quickly outlets to Keegan Nichols. And he is fouled hard by Brandon Bollinger. That appears to be Bollinger's second foul, I believe. That is the team's third foul. Blake Jackson checks in for the Chargers as Dan Cavins takes a seat. Chargers will inbound under the hoop with a minute remaining in this quarter. Austin Thomas will inbound to Blake Jackson, but he cannot handle the pass, and the ball is stolen by Bollinger. He chucks up a Hail Mary, and the ball is tip pass by Watley to Lee, but he cannot capitalize. Pace picking up as Keegan Nichols drives. Just jumps right over Bollinger. Not really, but jumped pretty high.
It was close.
And he capitalizes on the layup. Watley will set it for the Bulldogs. Drives. It's got a mismatch, but passes off to Isaiah Lee. He'll get it back with 30 seconds to go. And kicks to Austin Newman, who has checked back into the game after having 3 fouls in the first half, excuse me. Foul is called on number 35, I believe. Yep, number 35, Blake Converse. That is his first, the team's second. Newman inbounds to Watley with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. He'll look to be holding for the last shot. Passes into Newman, who hands off to nope, fakes. Just drives right in. Cannot get anything to go. Logan Hilly cannot handle the long pass, but the ball is deflected by Isaiah Lee out of bounds. The Chargers will have the ball under the hoop with 9 seconds remaining. Looking to extend the lead to 7 or maybe 8 points. Logan Hilly inbounds for the Chargers to Converse. To Thomas, who swings it to Keegan, to Hilly. There's a foul called. Hilly makes a shot, but the basket will not count. The ball was moving pretty fast on that play.
Yeah, 6 seconds left. Let's see what New Haven can do.
Vance Scherer brings the ball for the Bulldogs. Newman will chuck a shot, and that is sadly airballed.
That was pathetic.
Kid, you need to just stop shooting. And we're through 3/4 of tonight's ball game with the Carroll Chargers leading the New Haven Bulldogs by a score of 23-18. We'll be back in a few moments. You're listening to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
And we're back with the conclusion of this JV game between the Carroll Chargers and New Haven Bulldogs. The Chargers hold a 5-point lead going into the fourth quarter as Austin Thomas, Alex Salmon, Logan Hilly, Dan Counts, and Keegan Nichols take the floor for the Chargers. Brandon Bollinger, Isaiah Lee, Travis Crow, Vance Scheer, and Austin Newman take the floor for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will inbound as Isaiah Lee brings the ball up for the Bulldogs, and Travis Crow will set up the offense. Alex Hammond is called for the hand check foul, I believe, and that is his second, the team's fourth. Hammond didn't play any of the second or third quarter. They're probably saving his minutes for the varsity game, perhaps. Brandon Bollinger takes a nice baseline jumper and capitalizes. That will cut the Charger lead to 3 points with 5.5 minutes to go. Alex Hammond drives for the Chargers and is called for a charge. That is 2 straight fouls by Alex Hammond as he just got kind of out of control. Thinking to do a little bit too much. Kelly Gutierrez checks in for the Chargers as Keegan Nichols will take a seat. Vance Scheer passes to Travis Crow, and he will set up the Bulldog offense. Being guarded by Austin Thomas as Crow drives and is cut off. Thomas playing good defense on him. Kicks to Scheer, who will spin back, and the ball was deflected into the backcourt as Travis Carroll will again set up the Bulldog offense. Kicks to Vance Scheer, who puts up a 3 and cannot make it. Rebound by Kelly Gutierrez. He will push for the Chargers. Kicks to Alex Hammond at the top of the key. He will set up the Charger offense. Kicks to Logan Hilly, who immediately drives and dumps off to Dan Cavins, who finishes and gets the and-one call. Nice pick and roll there by Logan Hilly and Dan Cavins. Got some obnoxious students sitting near us.
Yeah, just get out of here, kids. Why do you even come to a basketball game when all you're going to do is socialize?
That's just one thing I don't understand. You pay $5 to get into a basketball game if you're just going to sit there and watch each other play on your iPods and whatnot. If you're going to do that, go have a sleepover. Dan Cavins set to shoot the back end of the and-one. He gets it, and that is a 3-point play for Dan Cavins. Chris Terry checks in for Austin Thomas. Austin Newman will inbound for the Bulldogs. And Logan Smith inbounds for the Bulldogs as Travis Crook takes a seat. More obnoxious kids running by.
Sorry about that excess noise.
We're doing the best you can. We weren't oh my God, I cannot talk today. Supplied with very good accommodations. Jaron Wiley sets up the New Haven offense. He looks to be taking Alex Hammond, and he will pull it for 3 and cannot get it. Long rebound by Vance Scheer. Nice save. He got those long arms. And he steps out of bounds. As I was saying earlier, we don't have very nice accommodations. We are sitting at the top of the bleachers as there's really nowhere for us to go. We don't have our nice, fine facility back at the field house where we have our own little cubicle, but that's okay. We'll make the best as Logan Smith steals an inbound pass and is fouled. 4:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Carroll leads 26-20. The foul is on number 3, Chris Terry. That is his first, team 6th. Smith inbounds to Newman, who drives and gets swatted by Dan Cavins. Hammond will lead the break. Tries to do something crazy again and draws nothing but backboard.
He had like his legs up and he was like trying to go in between them.
More Kobe moves.
That was crazy. I think Alex Hammond seems to be a little bit of a ball hog. Definitely needs to facilitate more.
Yeah, he gets a lot of varsity minutes, and obviously I don't really think he's living up to the hype. I mean, if you're a varsity player, you should be able to just make those kind of plays instead of just chucking something off the backboard. More obnoxious kids. Supposed to be a 6-year-old playing on his cell phone.
What the heck? Armstrong Arena looking pretty crazy.
Jalen Wiley hits the first of the 1-and-1. Excuse me for the getting a little off topic, but it's just kind of hard to concentrate with all these rowdy kids. Wiley for the second and connects. Looks to have a pretty good free throw stroke. Chris Terry runs baseline and gets the ball into Kelly Gutierrez. Will bring it up. Nice behind the back move. And he will slow down and set up the offense. Hands off to Alex Hammond, being guarded by Jalen Watley, who passes into Kelly Gutierrez, who looks to fake. Alex Hammond will pass it up to Chris Terry at the top of the key. Back to Hammond on the wing, looking to get something going. To Gutierrez at the top, to Austin Thomas on the opposite wing. Can't get anything, and he will kick back to Hammond, and Hammond will try to reset the offense. And the ball is poked away by Watley. The ball will stay with the Chargers. Alex Hammond will inbound from under the hoop. Looks to be some confusion as Hammond inbounds to Keegan Nichols, who thought about a 3 but chose otherwise. He will get it back on the baseline, and Hammond will pass to Kelly Gutierrez at the top of the key, who passes Austin Thomas on the wing, and he gets a screen from Luke Brunner. Doesn't want it, and he will look to drive on Austin Newman, and the ball is stolen by Logan Smith as he gets an easy layup. I thought he was going to dunk it.
There wasn't really much defense, but I think it's because Austin Thomas slipped as soon as that pass was stolen.
Hammond will bring it back for the Chargers with 3 minutes remaining. The Chargers hold on to a slim 2-point lead as he passes to Keegan Nichols, and a timeout is taken by the Carroll Chargers. What do you think of the Charger offense so far this quarter?
It's not as good as it was in the first half. I don't think they've...
I think they've got like maybe 2 points this quarter.
Yeah, not looking too great. I mean, if they want to win this, you gotta stop taking stupid shots. Gotta make good passes, and
they gotta score.
Yeah, you gotta score. That's one of the keys to the game, is scoring.
If you score more points than the other team, you will win.
It's proven fact.
Proven fact. Unless it's golf. But no one likes golf.
No, boring. Just like NASCAR.
2:45 remains in the fourth quarter as the Bulldogs trail 24-26. The Bulldogs seem to be on a bit of a run, though, having scored 6 straight points, as the Chargers seem to be pulling away, but the Bulldogs clawed their way back into it and are looking to take the lead. The first buzzer sounds, and the teams look to be returning to the courts. Second buzzer, and Keegan Nichols will inbound for the Chargers. He is accompanied by Kelly Gutierrez, Luke Brunner, Alex Hammond, and Austin Thomas. Nichols looks to inbound to Hammond, but chooses to pass to Austin Thomas, who will bring it up for the Chargers. Thomas will swing it to Luke Brunner at the top of the key. He passes to Hammond, who feeds Kelly Gutierrez in the post. Draws he travels. I thought the jump stop.
Wow. There's nothing going right for this Charger offense here.
They are just falling apart. They're going to need to pick things up. We've got a former Carroll High School basketball coach, Carroll is in attendance tonight, as Austin Newman will handle the ball for the Bulldogs. He goes to Watley, who resets the offense at the top of the key with about 2 minutes to go. He'll pass back to Newman, who drives, makes a weird pass, and Keller just swats over the bounce. Logan Hill will check in for the Chargers along with Dan Cavins. Luke Brunner and Keegan Nichols will take a seat. New Haven is inbounding under the hoop. Austin Newman kicks to Brandon Bollinger, who cannot make a three. And Alex Hanna comes away with the rebound. He will walk it up the court, trying to kill some clock. Jalen Wally is applying very good pressure. Just kind of got chucked by Hammond, but they call the foul on Watley. That is his first, the team's fifth. Austin Thomas will inbound for the Carroll Chargers as he passes to Alex Hammond with a minute 50 remaining in this fourth quarter. Hammond passes to Austin Thomas on the wing. Out to Dan Cavins, who swings it to Hilly, and Alex Hammond will get the ball back at the top of the key. He drives, looks to the back door, doesn't have it. Hilly looks to shoot, but chooses otherwise, and Carroll will set up the offense on the wing. Raven's been looking to force some turnovers. They're applying some good pressure to the Chargers, but the Chargers have done a good job hanging on to the ball and taking smart shots as Austin Thomas puts up a three and cannot get it to go. I'm not sure that's what you want, right as I was saying. They were taking smart shots.
Yeah, silly looking shot. You're up 2, and there's about a minute 10 left. Just crazy.
New Haven will take a timeout with a minute 10 to go. Score remains the same. Chargers 26, Bulldogs 24. The Chargers will have the ball. The Bulldogs will have the ball on the sideline looking to tie the game or maybe even take the lead with a three. Stands trying to get packed as New Haven seems to have a pretty big student section. They're only a 4A school, so they're not quite as large as Carroll, but they do fill their gym. The Bulldogs will inbound on the sideline. Logan Smith will pass in for New Haven. He inbounds to Jalen Watley, who will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Showing some nice poise there, looking calm. He will pass it to A.J. Smith, who just stands there, hands it off to Logan Smith. He passes to Brandon Bollinger as he connects on the long two. That will tie it up with 45 seconds to go.
Is that a 2 or is that a 3? Because they're leading by 1 now.
It was a 2. I believe the scorer thought it was a 3, but the ref signaled it as a 2. There is a foul called on. Not sure. Foul is called on number 42, Brendan Bollinger. That is his 4th foul. Team 6. 1 more, and the Chargers will be in the bonus. Logan Hilly inbounds to Kelly Gutierrez with 35 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Passes to Austin Thomas in the corner, who will bring it back up to Logan Hilly at the top of the key. Hilly looks to drive and kicks to Austin Thomas, who drives baseline and got blocked. And there's a jump ball. Possession will remain with the Chargers. 24 seconds to go. Do you think the Chargers will hold for the last shot?
Yeah, I think they'll hold. There's 24 seconds. Definitely, I don't know. I'm not too sure.
to get a shot, then maybe they'll go for it. Haley passes into Gutierrez, so we'll pass it out to Alex Hammond, who drives on Jalen Watley. This order needs to sit down so I can see. Carroll Gutierrez drives and finishes over Logan Smith with 10 seconds to go. Timeout is called. It appears to be called by, I believe it was New Haven. Carroll Gutierrez just made a great play. Really showed no fear. Goes up between two people, takes the contact, finish, runs a guy over. Easy.
Keller is one of those players. He can do some crazy things.
He likes the big moments.
Yeah. Especially with his half-court buzzer beater.
Yeah, that was a very nice shot against Dwenger. And in the third quarter, just chucks it from half court and banks it in. Looks to be an injury actually took place on that last play. Brandon Bollinger looks like he might have rolled an ankle or maybe twisted his knee as he gets a nice round of applause from the fans on both sides. 10.2 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. The Chargers hang on to a slim 28-26 lead. Who do you think is going to take this shot for the Bulldogs?
It really depends. Who has the most points? Who's leading so far?
I believe Jalen Watley has the most points.
I think they should give it to him.
He's got them shiny shoes. Austin Newman will inbound on the baseline to Watley as he gives it back to Newman. 7 seconds, 6. He drives. Can't make a tough shot. As A.J. Smith gets offensive rebound putback to send the game into overtime. Coach Abbott is pleading for a timeout. He is out at half court. The refs are not going to give it to him. He is livid. A.J. Smith made a very athletic play by grabbing the ball just as it went over the rim and put the ball back in to send this game into overtime. What do you think about that?
That was a crazy play. I mean, he missed the layup. I was like, oh, okay, it's over now. But then, boom, offensive rebound over like 3 people. He's OP, that's crazy.
Overtime in JV basketball are 3 minutes long. So basically the teams are just starting back over at 0-0. Except the foul situation. One of New Haven's best players, Brandon Bollinger, went down just a moment ago with what appeared to be a ankle or knee injury. He has 6 points for the Bulldogs. We'll see if that affects their offense. The crowd got pretty crazy after that shot went in. Just had an instant roar. They have a very large student section.
It doesn't rival Neon Nation though.
Yeah, I mean, they're all wearing different colors. I mean, no, that's not even intimidating.
You gotta be organized.
Like, you come to Carroll and you just see this big wave of neon, you're like, oh God. Impossible. Dan Cavins, Carroll Gutierrez, Chris Terry, Alex Hammond, and Austin Thomas take the floor for the Chargers. Cavins will jump against the person who sent the game into overtime, A.J. Smith. Cavins jumps, wins the tip, and Austin Thomas handles for the Chargers and gives to Alex Hammond. Oh! Alex Hammond with the ankle breaker on Isaiah Lee. He just fell over. That is embarrassing. Austin Thomas swinging back over to Alex Hammond, who drives and kicks to Chris Terry. He drives and loses the ball and is called for a traveling violation. Not a good start to the overtime. Christian, what are your thoughts on Chris Terry? I know you've been kind of getting on about his performance. What do you think his problem is?
I don't know. He's athletic and all, but I don't know why Coach really puts him in as much as he does.
You know, he's a good leader, but does he really? He doesn't really give him much from a production standpoint. I mean, he hasn't scored yet. He's got a couple fouls, I believe. And basically he's just a defensive specialist. Jalen Wiley brings up for the Bulldogs as Isaiah Lee gets it. And the ball is swung over to Austin Newman. And back out to Wiley at the top of the key. He sets up the Bulldog offense with 2 minutes to go. Logan Smith will drive and kick to Isaiah Lee, who feeds it into Austin Newman in the post. Trying to post up on the taller Dan Cavins. And he draws the foul. That is Cavins' second foul. The team's 8th. Austin Newman will be at the line shooting 2 free throws with a chance to give the New Haven Bulldogs a lead with 2 minutes to go in this overtime.
Haley comes in for Chris Terry. This is a good idea. I mean, Haley seems to be a star player, but not really a star player.
He's the role player.
Yeah, role player.
Austin Newman makes both free throws. Kelly Gutierrez will inbound for Chargers as Alex Hammond brings the ball up. It's being guarded by Jalen Wiley. Hammond will drive all the way and turn the ball over. Austin Newman gets the ball and gives it to Jalen Wiley, who pushes for the Bulldogs. He lobs it over the top, and Dan Cavins just grabs that ball right over the air.
Dan Cavins, 6'5". I mean, you can't get over it.
Lauren Hilliard for the transition 3, cannot get it. AJ Smith with the rebound. He's a really good rebounder. He really goes up high for those rebounds. New Haven calls a timeout with 1:25 to go, and they lead 32-28. Not 32-28, 30-28.
Carroll still hasn't scored here in overtime.
2 minutes. I only think they've scored like 4 points in the fourth quarter in overtime.
Yeah. Let's see if Coach can whip up something.
You need to come out with some ridiculous play.
Like the fumble risky for basketball.
They need like some weird, like off the glass alley-oop half-quarter type deal. That would be very impressive.
If anyone can actually touch rim.
Chris Terry checks back in for the Chargers. Looks to be a defensive specialist. I think Hilly will take a seat, doing a little offensive-defensive switch. This has been a really long time out. And the teams are returning to the court. Update you on the foul situation. The Chargers have 18 fouls. And the New Haven Bulldogs only have 16 fouls. So one more foul and the Chargers will be shooting free throws. Austin Newman brings it up for the Bulldogs. Passes to Isaiah Lee, who is trapped. Breaks the trap. Newman kicks it to Watley, who will set up the offense. Carroll looks to be in a bit of a trap of some sort. Watley being guarded by Austin Thomas. John Watley's just dribbling around, and he kicks to Logan Smith, who passes it, and Chris Terry goes for the block. Fouls Smith in the process, and Smith will be shooting too. Fans obviously thought Smith was about to do something crazy. He got a pretty wild reaction. As Carroll takes a timeout with 51 seconds remaining. Score remains the same at 30-28 with AJ Smith going to the line after this timeout. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. Chris Terry now has 2 fouls. The team has 9. So one more foul, and it could go into the double bonus, which could make a big difference in this game. Both teams have used up a timeout in this overtime, trying to get their team in the prime position to get the W. See a couple Carroll fans rolling in, making the long haul over to New Haven to support their Chargers. And the Bulldogs return to the floor. Watley, Smith, Lee, the other Smith, and Newman take the floor. As Hammond, Hilly, Keegan Nichols, Keller Gutierrez, and Austin Thomas take the floor for the Chargers. A.J. Smith will be shooting the first of 2 free throws. Taking his time, catches his breath. Oh, is he a lefty? He's a righty. Misses the first. It was weird because he jibs the ball in his left hand. As Carroll takes another timeout. They just took another timeout before that first shot. Carroll is really trying to get this situation figured out and trying to put their team in the best possible position to get the W. Coach Abbott is a very good coach, and he specializes in getting his team victories in the late games. See if he can drop an interesting play to get the Chargers an easy basket. What do you think the key to winning this game will be?
Scoring points.
Score, of course.
Let's hope that New Haven doesn't hit this last free throw, and then so they won't have to hit a 3, or, I don't know, do something crazy in the paint. Maybe, hopefully get fouled.
When they hard in the paint. Same group takes the floor for the Chargers. Looks to be the offensive squad. Kind of small though, but that's okay. Same group will take the floor for the Bulldogs. Looks to be their defensive squad. A.J. Smith points to the skies. Obviously a religious man.
Surprised he's in Tebow.
So, sets for the second free throw. It's up. No good. Rebound by Keegan Nichols. Alex Allen leads for the Chargers with 45 seconds to go. He drives right by Watley and throws up a wild shot. Once again, does not draw the backboard. Coach Abbott is very livid.
He's on the court.
He was way out there. There was a very interesting no call. Hammond seemed to just get absolutely destroyed. I can understand why Coach Abbott is steaming.
That was a terrible shot by Hammond, though.
Yeah, you can question the shot choice, but I think he was looking to draw contact, which there was. As Austin Newman makes the first of the 1-on-1. And Coach Abbott will take another timeout. He might use it as an opportunity just to yell at the refs.
Just give me more time to yell at him.
Well, assistant, you tell him what to do. I'm going to yell at the refs. And the refs are talking about it. Looks like they might be laughing. I'm sure Coach Abbott probably said a few choice words. That was to be expected in a very emotional game in overtime. Chargers trail the New Haven Bulldogs 31-28 with 35 seconds to go. Austin Newman will be shooting the back end of his 1-and-1. And Coach Abbott, after the timeout, is still yelling at the refs. I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a technical yet. I was really expecting him to get a technical after he basically ran out to the middle of the court. Yeah, he's gone. He's giving the ref all he has. Austin Newman to shoot the second for the Chargers. Bulldogs, sorry. Misses as Austin Thomas will bring it up for the Chargers. Kicks to Alex Hammond, who is being guarded heavily. Keller drives. and can't get it to go as Keegan Nichols gets the rebound and draws the foul. 21 seconds remaining on the clock. Keegan Nichols will be shooting 2 shots. See if he can make this a one-point game. Foul was on A.J. Smith. That is his second, the team's 7th. Keegan Nichols makes the first of his 2 free throws. Chris Terry looks to be checking in for Nichols after the second shot, if he makes it. Shot is up and good. Chris Terry checks in.
Chargers are down 21 seconds left.
Things are going to get crazy. Newman inbounds to Watley, who is fouled by Alex Hammond. That is Hammond's 4th foul. Jalen Watley will be shooting 2 free throws for the Chargers. Keegan Nichols, yawning. Keegan Nichols will check back in for the Chargers, doing another defensive switch. A.J. Smith will also check in for the Bulldogs. Watley misses the first free throw. The Bulldogs have really been choking on their free throws. Watley will get set to shoot the second. It's up, and it is good. The Chargers trail by 2 with 20 seconds remaining. And brings up for the Chargers, gets a screen from Carroll Gutierrez. Carroll drives the lane, and is fouled on the and one. Again, Carroll Gutierrez is making some huge plays for the Chargers. Stepping up big time.
Carroll's just like, yeah, I just did that.
Gets the end, he's like, easy. Give me another challenge. He has conquered all. He has put the Chargers ahead in regulation, and there's a jump ball on the offensive rebound, and the Chargers will retain possession as Coach Abbott takes what I hope is his final timeout. What do you think about that and one?
That was crazy, but the free throw, gotta make it. You gotta take the lead.
Luckily, the ball bounced off into a favorable position so that the Chargers could tie up the ball. It was Alex Hammond who tied up A.J. Smith and forced the jump ball to get the ball back. 10 seconds remain in this game. In overtime, the score is tied 32-all. And the Chargers will have the ball. Who are you going to for this shot?
You know what? I don't even know. I think I would just pass it to someone.
I'd go back to Kelly.
Yeah.
He seems to be feeling it. Austin Thomas will inbound for the Chargers. Doesn't have anything. Inbounds to Alex Hammond. Drives in the corner. Who drives on Watley and is blocked. And Newman calls the timeout with 1.5 seconds remaining.
I'll bet you $100 just goes into double overtime.
Oh joy. This game is just taking forever.
Come on, refs.
Oh look, Coach Abbott yelling at the refs. Alex Hammond appeared to be fouled again, but on the road, you're probably not going to get that call. It's the same at every level. Even elementary school, if there is elementary school basketball.
I think in elementary school you just call your own foul.
Nobody ever does that. It was clean.
It was clean. You get my eye out.
Kid breaks him out. All ball, ref, all ball. 1.5 seconds here left in the first overtime. not really much time other than just chuck the ball, maybe get lucky. The Bulldogs will inbound at half court. Isaiah Lee to inbound for the Bulldogs. He inbounds it to Austin Newman, who puts up a shot, and it goes over the backboard. That's twice he hasn't even hit the rim on a buzzer beater attempt. And we will go to the second overtime. This has been CSBN. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back for the second overtime.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
And we're back on CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports. At the beginning of the second overtime, Kerry Gutierrez jumps with A.J. Smith, and the Chargers win the tip-off. Austin Thomas will bring it up for the Chargers, who kicks to Alex Hammond on the wing, up to Nichols at the top, and Kerry Gutierrez with a nice pass to Austin Thomas, who is fouled by Jalen Watley. This will be a good start for the Chargers. Something they may need, considering that they only scored 4 points last overtime.
Yeah, that was a boring overtime. It's actually been kind of a boring game.
Yeah. Austin Thomas cannot convert on the first free throw. Both teams have been struggling to make their free throws, or else this game probably would have been over by now. Austin Thomas set to shoot the second. It's up, and it is good. Austin Thomas now has 5 points of the game. A.J. Smith appears to, is he hurt or is he tired? He's probably tired. Trevor Crow will check in for the Bulldogs, along with Jakari Wilbert, the big fella. I wonder if he has a nickname.
Probably does. I mean, anyone that big has a nickname.
You gotta have a nickname. Crow will take it on the wing, and he'll be pressured by Hilly, who's playing some good defense. Austin Thomas guarding Austin Newman. Shout out to the Austins. Alex Hammond picks up Jalen Watley. Those two have been going at it all night. Watley pulls up and connects. He really likes to take that 18-foot pull-up jumper at the top of the key. Alex Hammond will bring the ball back up to the Chargers, trailing by 1. Kicks to Austin Thomas, who gives it to Cody Gutierrez with a nice lob over top to Dan Cavins, who is just hammered by Wilbert and Watley. Let's see who the foul call is on. It is on Wilbert. That is his first foul. Both teams have 10 fouls, so from here on out, they will be shooting 2 free throws. Cavins shoots the first free throw, and it is good. Cavins now has 4 points in the game. Dan Cavins is set to shoot the second, and it's up, and no good. Austin Newman on the rebound. He'll bring it up and give it to Jalen Watley. He will set up at half court with 1:50 to go in this second overtime. He'll pull it back out and looks to be, gets a screen from Wilbert, doesn't use it. Kicks to Newman, who drives and kicks to Logan Smith, who connects on the three-point basket. That's his second of the game, and the Chargers trail by 3. Hammond will bring the ball up for the Chargers. Feeds it to Dan Cavins. Hammond will drive. Doesn't have anything. Kicks to Austin Thomas. He can't get anything going. He's just spinning all over the place.
Everybody's getting dizzy watching him.
Kicks it to Logan Hilly, who puts up a 3, and it is short. There's a loose ball. Ooh. And it is a jump ball. Good hustle by Kelly Gutierrez. Nice special there by Jalen Watley, helping him up. I think they might be friends from AAU or something. I know they've met before. Side note, Jalen Wiley is the stepbrother of Courtney Brooks, who is a Carroll student. Trevor Hill will give it to Wiley, and he will set up the offense with 50 seconds to go. Then still the stall offense as Alex Hammond commits his 5th foul of the game. That will be it for him. That is unfortunate. He has been playing very hard, but he's really struggled to get anything to fall. He's kind of been the victim of some bad no calls.
But he's also had some crazy looking Kobe shots all over.
Keegan Nichols and Chris Terry will check in for the Chargers as Dan Cavins and Alex Hammond take a seat. Jalen Wiley will be at the line shooting 2. The first is good. He's clutch. Wiley for the second. Connects.
Okay, Caleb's on 5 here. What do you think that they're going to do?
Score. When in doubt, score. Kelly Gutierrez with a quick 2-point basket. And the Chargers will pick up full court. Good defense by Austin Thomas, and he is called for the foul. Jalen Wiley will return to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Keller seems to be the go-to guy when they're trying to get a quick bucket at the end of the game.
I don't blame him though, because he's good.
Jalen Watley is set to take the first. Makes it. He's made 5 free throws in this game. Not bad. Not bad. Watley is set to take the second. Is up and good. Isaiah Lee checks in for the Bulldogs as Keegan Nichols will take the ball out for the Chargers. Nichols inbounds to Chris Terry, who will bring it up against Isaiah Lee. Chris Terry drives, can't get anything going. A nice back door, and Keegan Nichols is fouled. He will be going to the line to shoot 2. Keegan Nichols will be at the line shooting 2. Nichols has made both of his free throws so far in this game, and he makes the 3rd. He will have one more as Vance Shearer will check in for the Bulldogs. Chargers trail back forward with 18 seconds to go. Nichols' shot is up, and it is good. Chargers now trail by only 3. And the Chargers will foul Austin Newman. Newman is yet to make a free throw in this game. In fact, Watley is the only New Haven Bulldog to make a free throw so far. For that. Newman is at the line, and the Chargers will take a timeout. This has been a very lengthy game. This game has been going on for 2 overtimes, about an hour and a half. Just seems to be endless. What do you think the Chargers are drawing up?
Definitely a 3-point shot. Down 3. Something crazy. I don't know.
A miracle?
Yeah, a miracle. Maybe set a pick for Keller.
And 1/2 quarter.
Yeah, easy.
He practices that at the Y. Chargers again come out with their smaller squad. Carroll Gutierrez is their tallest player for the Chargers. Austin Newman will be shooting free throws. The first free throw is up. It was good. Newman will look to extend the lead to 5 with 16 seconds to go. Shot is up, and it was no good, and he left early. Lane violation there. Chargers trail by 4 with 15 seconds to go. We're going to see if they can get a quick basket. Chris Terry inbounds to Carroll Gutierrez, who pushes it up for the Chargers. Going right at the basket. Austin Thomas gets a quick layup. Clock is still running. 5 seconds to go. Bulldogs call a timeout. There are only 5 seconds remaining on the clock. If I were New Haven, I would have just stood there with the ball and let the clock run out.
Yeah.
Good for them.
They give these coaches way too many timeouts.
Seriously, this is like the 6th overtime, and it's only been, or not overtime, timeout. And we've only been in these overtimes for like 6 minutes. 2 minutes. They should only get 1 instead of like 5. Some obnoxious fans still firing in. Thinking they run the place.
They're producing like rabbits.
They have no regard for their surroundings. Chargers will pick up the Bulldogs full court. And Austin Newman will inbound for the Bulldogs. They get the ball into Jalen Watley, and he is fouled immediately by Chris Terry.
Quit clapping.
Obnoxious fan again. Excuse that. Jalen Watley calmly washed the line. He is 6 for 6 on his free throws. Obviously not the right guy to foul. If he can make these 2 free throws, the game will be all but over. The first is up. No good. Could be a chance for the Chargers here. Maybe go to Carroll for a half-court shot.
Hopefully they can pull something out here.
That'd be spectacular. Watley makes the second. They have a 3-point lead. Ball is inbounded to Austin Thomas, who puts up a half-quarter and cannot get it to fall. The New Haven Bulldogs prevail over the Carroll Chargers, 43-40. This wraps it up from Armstrong Arena at New Haven, where the New Haven Bulldogs were victorious over the visiting Carroll Chargers by a score of 43-40 in double overtime. We'll be right back for your post-game show. This has been CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
And we're back. The Chargers lost a very hard-fought game to the New Haven Bulldogs. It was back and forth all game long, but the Chargers could not come out with a victory. What do you think went wrong for them?
They were looking good there in the first half, and I thought they really had the win. And then third quarter, they were all right. I mean, they started to slow down. And then start of the fourth quarter, they were up like 6 points. And then I don't even know what happened. They totally just fell apart. And New Haven's offense just like took over.
It's a very unfortunate loss. Key players for the Chargers were Carroll Gutierrez, who led the team in scoring with 8 points, I believe. He really made some big shots for the Chargers. Also, who played well was Keegan Nichols, who had 8 points coming off the bench. Austin Thomas had 7. And Dan Calvins had 4 points, but also pulled down multiple rebounds. We'll be right back with the pregame show for the varsity game between the Carroll Chargers and New Haven Bulldogs. This has been CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.